Alright, we are continuing our wall gun challenge. Next up, technically, is the M14, but I want to save this gun for another go at Call of the Dead, and Call of the Dead is the last map I played, so I'm instead going to be getting the first weapon in this room. Don't actually remember the name of it, but yeah, that's the weapon we're going to use. But until I get that gun, I am going to be using the base pistol and knife because I'm not aware of any other way I could get that many points to be able to afford the door and the weapon. You can get like 40 points in round 1 from rebuilding barriers. After that, it maxes out and will no longer give you anything. But really, all I needed was that first round because I can already afford it. I've only killed 1 zombie on round 2. Also, this is called the PM63. So this is actually probably going to be like the second easiest video in the entire series I've done so far. Because unlike the box weapons, every single wall gun is basically going to have infinite ammo without the need for max ammo drops. Because, you know, I can just go to the gun and then just buy more ammo if I ever run out. But yeah, the damage output on the PM63 really isn't that bad. Its main issue is just a lack of ammo, but since I can just buy more, that's really not too big of an issue. Yeah, I've really only got like 3 actual difficult challenge videos left, and that's going to be the M14 and then whatever 2 guns are in the starting rooms for the older maps, because those actually don't have the Olympia and M14. As I almost die. By the way, just wanted to point out that we got a great box spawn after the box challenge is over. Well, since I've been waiting for the final zombie to show up for like 5 minutes and I have no idea where it is, I might as well buy Juggernog. If I at all sound a little out of it or annoyed, that would entirely be because I had to restart 4 times due to controller issues. Unfortunately, I use a PlayStation 4 controller on PC, which PCs hate PlayStation controllers because they're meant for Xbox controllers. For a lot of games on PC, you have to use external programs to even get the controller to register. And sometimes, even when you do everything right, have everything set up exactly as you always do, your controller will just randomly disconnect, and then it'll be like, yeah, no, I'm not going to reconnect unless you restart your entire PC, which is what I had to do today. But, you know, since I essentially have infinite ammo, I think I'm going to upgrade as quickly as I can. So, like, right now. Because, you know, there'll just be a nice change of pace from the normal challenge videos where I have to run out of ammo first, and a lot of times I don't upgrade until, like, round 15 or something really late like that. So what does this become when you upgrade it? Tokyo and... Okay, I did not remember that one. So, these basically have as much ammo as the Unpack-a-Punched CZ75 dual wield, but they're fully automatic. So, I'm probably going to be forced to pick up more ammo very, very frequently with these things. Hopefully this can, like, one-shot for now. Well, that's pretty close, but not quite. So, with how quickly these run out of ammo, and with how bad of a spot the places that I'll have to be going to reload on that ammo, I'm probably going to be dying a lot, so I think I'm just going to go as far as I possibly can, rather than, like, getting to 20 and then saying, okay, I'm done, I'm bored, because more than likely I won't be making it much farther than 20. I'm thinking that most of these challenge videos, at this point, now that they're all wall guns and ammo is no longer a concern, I'm probably going to run out of things to talk about related to the game, so I'm probably just going to be, like, telling random stories and crap in most of these videos. So today, for instance, I want to complain about the weather in Florida, because I live in Florida. It is currently January 3rd, and we just had, I believe, our second or third coldest Christmas in the past, like, 50 years. At least that's what the news told me. Something like that. And yet today, 8 days after Christmas, it is in the low 80s. It's still morning, and I am currently sweating in my room recording this video because of how hot it is in here. I've actually had the AC turned on for like the past 5 days in a row. It was like 2 days after Christmas. The temperature just went up by like 50 degrees. Okay, maybe it was more like 4 days after Christmas, but it was too soon for a 50-degree jump. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the next cold front, which is in like 5 days or something. It's going to bring us down to a freezing 70 degrees for the high. I'm like half kidding when I say this, but since I live in Florida at 70 degrees, I'll consider putting a jacket on when you're used to 95 degrees every single day, like 10 months out of the year. And then in those 2 months, you're used to 85. 70 is, it's pretty nice, but, you know, wind can make it kind of cold. That does sort of remind me of when I just recently went to record the aftermath of the hurricane in my area. That was like 3 or 4 months ago, I guess. The hurricane brought with it this freak cold front because we normally do not get cold in like, what was that, September or something? We had like a day and a half where it was in the mid 60s, I think. And it was still kind of windy for a little while after the hurricane, like 20 mile per hour wind. And that was honestly kind of freezing. I guess for most people, September is already a month where weather has cooled off. But in Florida, usually we stay in the 90s until maybe mid-November. And then we'll get into like the high 80s. It's like if you watch the weather here, though, they keep telling you every single year, they're like, oh, this is extremely hot for this time of year. November shouldn't be in the 90s. And we're like, I've lived here for 20 years. It's been in the 90s for probably like 15 of those 20 years each November. I will say, though, that 2021 specifically was the hottest year of any year I've ever lived here. We don't usually get 90s in December, but for some reason in 2021, we legit had 3 of the 4 weeks be 85 plus degrees. Also, I'm not paying attention at all. I totally need ammo, and a new round just started. This is probably going to put me in a really bad spot. Oh, man. Okay, well, I can train here. This training spot's a little bit rough, but I can do it. Plus, I still have quick revive. I just want to make it to at least 20. If I don't get to at least 20, I'm probably going to redo the whole video. Okay, we're good. You know, one of the things I'm really surprised about living in Florida is that I've never experienced a tornado. Like, we get tornado warnings probably once a month. But I've never seen one. I've never even seen a formation of one. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad I haven't. I'm just surprised I haven't. I don't want to see a tornado. I could go my whole life without seeing one, and I'd be happy. But when it comes to extreme weather, we've actually been kind of lucky in Florida lately. Because when I was growing up in middle school, we either had like 5 or 6 hurricanes all within the season, which our hurricanes are seasonal, so they usually can only happen for like a span of 3 months. So to get 5 or 6 hurricanes in 3 months is brutal. But beyond that anomaly, we'd usually get like 1 or 2 hurricanes per year when I was a kid. At least I feel like I remember it being that way. And as an adult, I feel like I went like 10 years straight at one point with 0 hurricanes. I mean, I'm not a meteorologist or anything like that, but I thought when you had strange weather, like in 2021, where we had insane heat in December, I thought that kind of weather is what caused stuff like hurricanes and tornadoes to happen. So I guess I would have figured a year like 2021, we would have been bombarded with hurricanes and tornadoes and crap. But yeah, I think that's enough about weather. So I have made it to 20. If I do go down at any point from here, I am just going to end the game. I have quick revive, so I will use it. So technically I'm allowed 2 downs. But I don't think I'm going to buy any perks if I go down, because if I do, this could end up taking really, really long. So really, if I go down once, it's basically going to be over because I don't see myself making it very far with no perks at all. Has my left gun been doing this the whole time? I've had this issue on a weapon in the past, some other dual-wield weapon, where the left gun just, for some reason, the audio is almost muted. It's not quite muted, I can just barely hear it, but it's definitely a lot lower volume than the right gun is. I think I'm at the point where basically every single round I'm not going to have enough ammo to make it through, which means the middle of each round I'm going to be forced into rebuying ammo, which definitely increases my chances of dying by a lot because, like I said, that spot up there is not at all safe, which I mean for a challenge like this, I'm kind of glad it's in a dangerous spot because if I was just able to stay here the whole game, it'd probably take me a really, really long time to go down. As much as I love playing zombies, I don't want to be making it to round 50 on every single challenge video I do. Actually, you know, I probably shouldn't say that because I know for a fact that I've never made it to 50, so that's definitely an exaggeration. Maybe I should make that an actual video, just getting to round 50. It'd probably be boring though because I think by 50 I'd be forced into using the thunder gun every round from like 40 to 50. But then again, out of all the videos I've made, I have never once included the thunder gun in any of my videos. I've never used it. Actually, maybe instead I should make a video more like making it as far as I can without using the thunder gun or traps. Or I guess I'd title it something more like making it as far as I can without any source of infinite damage. I don't know. That'd be tough to title. Or maybe I could do both, you know, do a video with the thunder gun and then do one without it, as far as I can on both attempts. I do kind of need to think of more ideas for content, because after this challenge series, I'm not too sure what's coming next. Oh, okay, that came out of nowhere. Didn't expect to go down like that. Well, all my perks are gone, so this video is probably just about over. I will do my best to survive without perks, but don't think that's going to be going too long. You know, there's probably some people that would try and convince you that they intentionally went down there in that situation because they don't want to look bad. But me, I would be trying to convince you of the opposite. Be like, yeah, no, that was not intentional. I swear I'm not trying to forcibly end this video. I just kind of had another random thought for a video idea. Don't know if it's any good, but I'll probably at least write it down. I do have like a list I keep. If I ever come up with any ideas, it's like, oh, that could possibly be a good video. I pretty much always write it down immediately, otherwise I'll forget. I think it's too simple of an idea, though. The idea I just had was basically to just make a video where I get to 100,000 points. But yeah, that's... I don't know, that sounds really boring now that I actually say it out loud. Did I do that in the China Lake video? I made it to like the mid-30s in that video, so I kind of feel like I already did that just on accident, really. Also, I'm kind of surprised I haven't at least had a close call yet. I think the round is almost over now. Well, I guess if I went down on the same round that I lost my perks while I was trying as hard as I could to stay alive, that'd look pretty bad. Like, you probably shouldn't be so reliant on the perks that the second you lose them, you lose the game. Okay, this is dangerous here. Depending on how many zombies are left, training in this area when you can only take one hit and the second hit kills you, this is possibly where it ends. Yeah, the round was almost over. There was only like 15 Nova Crawlers, and they're easier to avoid than regular zombies. Alright, I did successfully beat one round with no perks. I don't think I'm going to do it a second time, though. This does remind me of some videos I've seen where people will start on like round... Uh-oh. Like round 20 or something. Oh, that's it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, anyway, I'll save that for another video topic. But yeah, there you go. There's the Tokyo and Rose. Is that what it was called? The PM63 Pack-a-Punch, whatever it's called. Not bad. 24, whatever.